Calvin Coolidge was our president when Edward Francis Joseph Wojciechowski was born on October 5, 1928. He grew up on a cattle farm with his parents and two sisters in Dixon, Missouri. When he was only 4, Ed lost his mother and his father moved to California, so Ed moved in with foster parents. Later on, he served as a naval quartermaster signalman with tours in China, Guam, and the Aleutian Islands. Because no one could properly pronounce his last name, he changed it to Murphy and quickly became simply known as Murph.
Murphy started working for Charlie Goss at Standard Chevrolet in East St. Louis, selling vehicles to the carnival industry. Later, he learned the ins and outs of the industry from John Bundy, and they started Modern Motors. Ed made his first industry sale at the St. Louis Police Circus in 1952 by knocking on trailer doors. He sold 7 panel trucks, including one to the legendary Herman Wallenda family.
On a trip to South Dakota, Murph met John Dorland of the Royal United Shows. He sold 12 6-cylinder trucks to Dorland, Bernard Thomas, Art B. Thomas, and Mike Smith.
Yeah, Ed Murphy's been a great friend to our family, to our show. We've bought a lot of trucks from him. He used to bring trucks 3 at a time up to Canada. One week we got 3 trucks. Next week we had to get 3 more. We rolled 2 of them and 1 broke down on the way, but he showed up the next week. He just got home, put 3 more on together, piggybacked them and drove them up. He's a true friend to everybody in the carnival business. He's never said no to anybody. We really appreciate all he's done.
Ed met Shirley Smith on their first date. They stopped at the American Beauty Shows, where he met with Dwayne Steck. Shirley waited in the car for 2 hours while they talked business, and she still married the guy. At the wedding, the preacher read off his name as Edward Murphy. Shirley thought there was a mistake because she thought his real name was Murph, the name she still calls him today.
Ed Murphy's probably the most single person in the industry that's helped more people than anybody else I know. Whether they had money or didn't have money, he was out there to help them, and he really made a big difference in our industry, I believe, by helping those that needed it when they needed it, including myself.
In 1955, Murph sold a truck to a circus performer named Ed Whitteman. Soon after, Whitteman became ill, and Murph and Shirley cared for his 3 elephants and 26 dogs while Whitteman recovered. So they rented a Quonset hut in Bellevue without proper zoning, and every time Murph would bring them food, the elephants trumpeted, which sort of bothered the neighbors. He simply replied that they didn't know any better and that they were just happy to see him.
We had a cookhouse operator around that called and ordered a truck from him. Flew to St. Louis to pick it up. Got back to Tucumcari, New Mexico. The truck broke down, blew up the motor. He called Ed Murphy, and Ed Murphy said, "Get a motel, I'll see what I can do to fix it." Beat on his motel door at 6 a.m. the next morning with another truck sitting there, waiting for the guy to take onto his spot where he was going to for his cookhouse. And it was fabulous, just fabulous. And then worried about getting the other truck back to where he had to do it. So that's the kind of stuff that Ed Murphy did.
Murphy was indeed a hustler, and in 1964, he earned the Vanguard Honor Consul Award as the top producing Oldsmobile salesman. Murph and Shirley were blessed with 3 sons, Michael, Danny, and Timmy. They also have 6 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. To this day, Danny and Timmy continue to be active in the truck and carnival business.
Murph's accomplishments in the carnival industry include being the 1992 president of the Arizona Showmen's Association and the treasurer of the Showmen's League of America St. Louis chapter from 1971 to 1997. Murph often traveled with Roger Wahlberg of Haas Wilkerson Wahlberg Insurance, sharing the driving duties and a lot of great stories. Today, Murph has over 500 carnival and circus customers from all over North America. He still provides the vehicles, but also helps provide the financing, still does the custom show color painting, and delivers them, and of course, quickly becomes a lifelong friend.
Working with Ed over the years, he has just been a savior to many people in this industry. Without Ed Murphy, many people would not still be in business. When times were tough, Ed was there. People could make a phone call, say he needed equipment, he'd have it there the next day. He did whatever it took to keep people in business, and he's really been a friend to the amusement business for many, many years.
Hello, Ed. Mike Williams here. I just want to say hello and congratulate you and Shirley on you being inducted into the OABA Hall of Fame. This is a prestigious award and one that you're well deserving of. From the first year that I was in this business, you were the first to extend your hand, be a gentleman, and welcome me. That was 35 years ago, and I'll never forget it. I know of no other person that has touched and helped so many people for so many years in this business. You were always there, especially when people were down, and not when they were just on top. That's a testament to your personality and your heart. We're all so proud of you, Ed. So congratulations. It's well deserved. We love you.
Ed Murphy, you don't realize how much an impact he has on people's lives. For instance, my life, he was my mentor. He did much for me. He taught me the value of a handshake. It wouldn't be for Ed Murphy, I'd have never met my wife. I wouldn't have been in this life. And I want to thank you, Ed, for everything you've done for me and truly being my friend since the time I've known you. And I want to thank you, Ed, very much.
But Ed, let me ask you, all those trucks I bought, were they really knee-deep in rubber? Again, congratulations, Ed.
Murph and his knee-deep in rubber, not barefoot tradition is legendary in the outdoor amusement business. And today we are proud to induct Edward Murph Murphy into the 2009 OABA Hall of Fame.